Okay, so we're going to talk about this app right here called Prism. I've introduced it and there's been a few videos on it. The developer is really working hard to update it and upgrade it to make it easier to use. And it's basically, in a nutshell, a sequencer, right? So let's just go through and see what we can do as far as building tracks. So we have this first track here. I don't know why it's still showing shaker, but I'm actually on. So I have this first track set on Koala. And when Koala's in landscape, your these 3 or 4 here are all located here. Just a little backwards compared to what I like, but that's just the way it is at this very moment. So here I made some kicks, and you can see what's beautiful about Prism is each track can have its own channel or its own set of sequence notes, and you have up to 8 of those. So if you look here, sequence 1, pattern. So these are patterns, are all, you have 8 patterns within one sequence. And these are the tracks for those 16 tracks per sequence, 8 patterns. Okay? So each track in this case can be different things. Like I have my drums on track 1. On track 2, I have my percussion. And sorry about my squeaky chair. All right, so let's go back to here. This is the, right? So you can see I did a kick drum here. If you hold this, you can adjust the velocity or the nudge. For this video, I'm not going to worry about it so much. So you place all your kicks first, and then you'll see on this one, I'll drop the velocity a little bit, and then I'll change. You see I have the chance at 48. So I don't want it to happen every time it cycles through here. And this one I have a little bit nudged to the right. Okay, so that's the kicks. Snares, I just put them on the 5 and 13. And then here's the hats. Now you can play these notes in by hitting record. And then while it's recording, you could be tapping. If you want those in. So we'll take record off. So you can record in your parts here just like the other. Now you don't have the velocity, so you'll have to adjust the velocity here. I don't know because I don't have my keyboard with me. If you can plug a keyboard in and it responds to the velocity of the keyboard, that would make this way easier because I don't like having to manually adjust everything. It's kind of annoying. The chants and the trigs, I get. It makes sense. All right. So there you have it. Now let's go to the second track. And by the way, when you set up your tracks, the end portion always goes to Prism. And then you want to make sure you only have channel 1 on for that. When you go to this one, make sure it's set to channel 2. This ensures that you're only playing on certain tracks. Otherwise, it'll play everything through and record it to the other tracks too. All right. So we're on track 2, which is, you can see shaker. And here's, so I'm going to start with this one and I'll show you. You can adjust the length of how long the note will be. So if you go to 1/1, that means it plays for that whole bar. And then you go here, maybe you want this one to be maybe a 4th. Should be a 4th without the dot, because if you have the dot, it's going to play 1 over. So there's a 4th. Then we'll put that there. And let's add this one, and we'll add it a little bit off just to make it So we'll go 4th. Actually, let's do 3/8 right there. And then right here, just so it's a little off. Okay, so now with the drums and koala plus the shaker going, sounds like this. Then if you need a little swing, which I already did, you can adjust the swing right here. I think you can do it on a per note. Or adjust the length of the swing. So let's say you wanted to go for the whole thing. You want the whole bar to swing. Well, that ain't it. Get back to, yeah. Okay. So this is sequencing drums. For some people, this is not the way they want to work. Totally understand. Just showing options out there that are available. Remember, you can record in on this. So it's not like you have to sit here and program each drum manually. I know that's a pain in the butt sometimes to have to do that. But it's options, right? You got some options that you can use. Let's get Quanta. Set up Prism. Again, click None. Put it on track 3. Then we'll pick a sound, a preset. I'm going to go with some type of pad. Let's see. We'll try this one. And I'm just guessing. You could always add effects too. I'm not going to worry about that right now, just for the purpose of showing you this. So we're going to go over to track 3. This is a tonal track. So that means we want to be able to play tones, chords, or whatever. Now, if you want to set the root, you can do that. Change it here. Just keep clicking till you get it, or drag it back rather. Let's do D, and then we will go shift over to Dorian. Okay. Go sequence, and now we'll pick some random notes, plug them in. We got them set to a 4th. So let's pick another one. Whatever 3 notes you, or 4 notes or 5 notes, it's going to be there. And then just picking something random. All right, here we go. Of course, you could adjust the velocity of those notes. How often it's going to play. Whether it plays forward or backwards. Let's do this one. Interesting. And that sounds pretty bad, but it's just an example. It's not like if you replace this. See, let's just get something that's like a piano type thing. Let's use this. Something on it. Let's do ridge walk. So now we're gonna go in and do a little bit more. Let's stop this. Let's add another track in, and we could use, what should we use? Let's use a bass. Let's see what we can come up with this bass. So same principle, add Prism, click none. This is gonna be number 4. So now we're good there. Let's pick a bass sound or some sound from here. Cinematic. I'm gonna put the keyboard so I can at least hear what they sound like. Get some real more bassy sounds. There we go. All right, let's roll with that. That'll work. All right, same principle. Go back here to Prism. We're on track 4. And this again will be, tonal. Okay, so now we're just gonna pick notes. Let's move the octaves down a little bit. Oh, snap. Sorry, that hit. Let's try B, F, A. I don't know, just picking something, right? Okay. Can y'all hear me? So you see what I'm saying? That bass is hitting too, though. Good Lord. I had to take it down to negative 12 dB just to calm it down. Give it a little chill factor there. I'm going to need something to amplify my voice, so give me 1 second. See if I can find an app to work on that. Goodness gracious. Barricade is my go-to for a limiter. And usually, vocal compression. Let's try vocal compression. See if that will enhance it a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me pretty clear. I'm definitely gonna get that mic today. I'm just waiting on it to come in the mail. And then I'm hoping that it will pick up my voice a little bit clearer so that you guys can hear me. Because it's the summertime, you know, you can't be not running the AC. I'm sorry. And I ain't got no soundproof home, so that's just not gonna happen. Anytime soon, at least. So check this out. Listen to it again. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, so little drums, little percussion. You can go in and, of course, put some knock on them drums if you want them to hit a little bit more. Maybe let's just try that. I'm just doing a preset just to make it quick. Put a little reverb on them drums too. I like EOS too. I'll put some on the drum air on there. And so this is Prism. A handy little tool to get you going on sequencing sounds. It's pretty fast once you get used to the basics. There's some other intricate stuff you can do in here. But for me, just doing the basics is fine enough. So check it out. I don't think it costs that much. I want to say it's definitely below 20, might be around $10-ish, give or take, depending on where you live. But check it out. And if you don't buy it now, catch it on Black Friday. I'm sure it'll be on sale. And yeah, just fun times. And this is just one sequence, one pattern. So you could go in and make multiple patterns and then have it play between the sequences and patterns. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll be glad to do my best to answer any questions that you may have. All right? This is it for this video. Until the next one, I'm out.